This is Mirabella's Kitchen, and today I'm making chicken lazone. If you'd like to cook with me, please check the description below for a list of the ingredients and a shout out to my patrons. This is a quick shot of my new kitchen. I'm hopeful I will be able to put out a full video once I feel settled. Thought a nice hello from my producers, Zuko and Aang, would be a nice addition to the video. I start by making a spice blend. I take 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of coarse kosher salt, 1 teaspoon onion powder, 1 teaspoon chili powder, 1 teaspoon paprika, 1/2 teaspoon ground white pepper, I also add about 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon of Joe Stuff seasoning. It's a type of Creole seasoning. I mix that together, and then I reserve 2 teaspoons of that separately. And I had a thought I'd love to put some Old Bay seasoning in, so I added about a teaspoon worth of that. Next, I take my chicken. I'm using boneless, skinless chicken breasts, 3 of them. It should yield about 8 servings or so, depending on how you cut. And I thinly slice them horizontally. I then pat both sides with paper towel to get off any excess moisture. And I take a meat tenderizer and tenderize these into thin, even pieces, about a 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch thick. I then take the larger spice mixture and season both sides of the chicken. I got a visit from my producer who's very interested in the smell, and my other producer is just hanging out, keeping a close eye on things as usual. I put the chicken into a pan over medium to medium-high heat with about 2 tablespoons of butter melted in it. I brown both sides until they have some nice color and are 165 degrees Fahrenheit. After I'm done cooking the chicken, I add 2 cups of heavy cream to the pan, and I add in that reserved spice mixture. I bring this up to a boil and reduce it down to a simmer, making sure to stir it often to prevent it from cooking to the bottom of the pan, and let that thicken. In another pot, I have some boiling water. I add a lot of coarse kosher salt and add in a pound of spaghetti and cook to package directions. Once the sauce has thickened, I add the chicken back in, let it get warm through, coat both sides with the sauce. You can alternatively also add in the pasta at this point and toss it all together. I did it separate, just felt like it wouldn't all fit appropriately in the size pan I was using. So I put some spaghetti in a plate or a bowl. I put some sauce on it, turn it with some tongs, and then add in a piece of chicken. I topped with some dried parsley for some color. You can also do green onion or chives. And that is my chicken lazone. Thanks so much for joining me. I make new videos on cooking every Thursday. Please support me on Patreon and on Facebook at Mirabella's Kitchen.